All right, we're going to do a highlight video of day 702 of America's Dairyland. This is Cat 4, and it's a circuit, and it's pan flat. So the only thing you had to deal with was about a headwind from about 11 o'clock here in the finishing stretch. So I couldn't clip in for some reason in the beginning here, and then that means I need to sprint a little bit to get back up to the group and get back into position. But the plan here was that in this tailwind section right here, you could send it. I mean, you could really fly. So I had, 53.11 kind of thing, and there's a lot of juniors in this field. So the plan was to essentially hit this section pretty hard, hopefully open up some splits, open up some gaps with junior gears who would spin out. And that was the plan, but not the first lap. So you get to the other section of the course where the headwind is coming from about 1 p.m. here, and man, it like just bunched up pretty hard. And then there was, you could surf some wheels in the middle of the pack and really just conserve. It's got a little bit sketchy because people would, overlap wheels and whatever, but there was no crashes. So first lap here, there's a sprint points, and my teammate here goes for it. He gets all 3 jerseys today. He gets the sprint points, he gets the juniors jersey, and the Cat 4 overall. So, but here we are. He's sitting on the front now, and so, it got strung out. And so I think the plan here was, I yelled at him, like, get on the wheel, and we execute the plan, which was to just drill this back section. And I just, I'm looking at my power numbers. I think I was at like 440 or something for 3 minutes. But you get the national Masters TT champion up here on the upper right, and he's just doing a warm-up pulling away. So clearly it wasn't strong enough. There's a little bit of gaps that had opened up previously, but attempt number 1 on lap 2 was just not hard enough to open up any splits. So here we get back to the headwind. Again, bunches up. You can kind of chill and surf wheels and then go from there. So we're going to try this again. We get to this tailwind section, and, I put my head out in the wind a little bit, thinking, position is more important here. And so, I do move up quite a bit. And then by the time I realized that I need to get back on the front, even though I hit the wind there a little bit, it does ease up a little bit, so I can hit the front again somewhat easily here by just kind of moving around this guy and then drilling it. So again, I think this was also like 3 minutes at 450 or something like that. So hit it pretty hard, but it's last lap, and you can see behind me there's a guy who's sending a flyer here. They scream out, so I jump on that, and this guy looks pretty strong. So I do jump, and there's a good gap here now. It's the last lap, so we still have the headwind to deal with. And so I get up to his wheel, and we're flying. I mean, 38, 39 miles an hour. This corner, you could just send it through, right? 38, 39 miles an hour. He skirts out a little bit here, right here. So, I mean, you could really send it. But by the time I catch up to him and I take a little pull here, I wasn't fully committed, and I kind of look back, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to get caught, especially in this headwind section. So I kind of ease up. I tell him, we're going to get caught. So it wasn't a full send attack, but, it was enough to convince the group to put in a little effort to chase us. And so get back to this headwind section, bunches up. And now the sprint here, I knew this was going to be a game of patience, right? Like, you have a headwind at about 11 to 12 o'clock here, so the longer you could wait in the wind in the draft, the better your sprint was going to be. And people, I knew were going to send it early like they are here. People are just sending it. And I was like, cool, lead me out, basically. So I knew the sprint with this wind was just all about, like, sitting in, surfing wheels to the front, and then opening it up basically when you could. But I was still a little late, and you're going to see here, even though I do open it up eventually, there's a lapped rider right in front of me in the finish line. You can't see him yet, but I had to sort of ease up in the sprint and stop pedaling for a little bit. And here's when I open it up, 200 meters to go, and you can see the front of the race there. It's not too far away, but there's the lapped rider. So I was really pissed about this lapped rider because I ease up, and then I get like 4th or 5th or 6th or something. So that's how this race played out, and continue to watch, subscribe for the rest of the races. Thanks.